That was an amazing meeting, isn't it? Did you all enjoy? When I do enjoy. So with the sound of this gavel, I adjourn meeting number 792. Before I adjourn the meeting, I would like to give an announcement regarding next week's meeting. I hope all of you know that on September 14th we have our club contest, our humorous and evaluation speech contest. So many of you would have already started your preparations for that. Next week we have an educational session on how to prepare or giving some inputs regarding preparation for humorous speech contest. It is given by the district champion Toastmaster Gajesh. I hope many of you who attended the conference remember his outstanding performance on the stage during the conference. So since this is a reverse meeting, to make it a little different, the awards will be given during my presidential address. And I thank the VPE for meticulously planning this reverse theme meeting, and I thank all the role players who did their work very well. Especially special thanks to our TMOD who shared interestingly his bungee jump experience with us and beautifully related it with the Toastmasters meeting. And also I thank our GE Toastmaster Kalyan for appreciating the ExComs for bringing in variety to this meeting. So with this, I hand over the stage to the TMOD for
Where is the refreshment?
Reverse is only till 5 o'clock.
And the guest feedback? Guest feedback.
Can I have the guest feedback from some of our guests? Yes, guest Ashish, can you come and share you can stand up there and share your experience about today's meeting.
So today's meeting was very fun. Many people cracked a lot of jokes and I just couldn't stop laughing. So I really think it's an amazing meeting and great job to all the people who gave their speeches.
Thank you, Ashish. Very nice that you enjoyed it. Yes, guest Anmol, would you like to tell something about today's meeting?
Today's meeting was a wonderful meeting. I enjoyed all the speeches and it was very fun and interactive, and I'm looking forward to joining Toastmasters.
You're most welcome. Over to our TMOD for his closure of the theme.
The sessions for the day are over, and I hand it over to the president. We spoke a lot about the bungee jumping. In the very beginning, I told 3 reasons why we have to come out of the comfort zone. Can any of you recollect?
You said it's fashionable to do so.
Yeah, fashionable to do so, yeah. I didn't really note it down. Yeah, right. The second one, please.
It helps grow as a person.
Yeah, grow as a person. Yeah, third one.
Try something new.
Try something new. Very good. I'm glad that you are able to recollect even after 2 hours also. That's fabulous to you. Yeah, thank you. Now, when I took the theme of bungee jumping, I never thought people will be using that in their speeches, roles and everything. But I would like to call out 3 persons especially for imbibing this bungee jumping in their speeches as well as role plays as well. First of all, kudos go to DTM Sundararaman. He reversed the theme a bit, and especially I like his action. Catch me if you can. That was excellent during the opening of his speech. Superb, very well done. The second is DTM Sugandhi. Yeah, thank you. While evaluating DTM Sundararaman's speech, your word bounces with enthusiasm and leaves a lasting impression. That was superbly quoted, and I like the poetry in that because you very well enhanced the bungee jumping as well as why we have to come out of that comfort zone as such. I repeat once again for the benefit of the audience as well. Your word bounces with enthusiasm and leaves a lasting impression. Thank you for that. We will remember for a lot, forever. The third one is Toastmaster Anuradha. While she was doing the timer role, what she mentioned is when the green light turns into yellow, It's like standing at the edge of the jump. Will you take a leap and wrap up quickly, or will you go over time? That was superbly done with respect to the bungee jumping. Thank you for that. And you are easily able to relate that with the theme, also with your role as well. Now it's time for us to vote for the best performers. When the voting link comes to you, please vote for the best role player, as well as best speakers, TT speaker, evaluator, as well as tag role player. With this, I have to thank Tamarind Rice plus UNESCO plus OT equal to 21, also known as Toastmaster Kalyan. I even remember a lot about your speech 2 years back, and especially you were able to relate that also during your GE session also. Thank you very much for that.
Here I am with my GE report. First of all, very congratulations, and I really appreciate the XCOM for bringing in all these new initiatives. Let's all give a big round of applause. Let me give a report by the role player wise. Instead of a meeting wise, it will be much more easier if we go the role player wise. The Surgeon at Arms, I think you got the meeting theme wrong. Whenever you address the gathering, you are supposed to address seeing the meeting. After the meeting is reversed, you cannot see the wall and then say what is the mission and mission of Toastmasters. Presiding officer, the usage of gavel again. The gavel is always been struck this way, if not the reverse way. So I think the theme of the meeting is yes, topsy-turvy. You need not have to do everything reverse. I think we got the whole thing wrong. Toastmaster of the day, Saravan. How much have you ever seen Saravan in a jibba pajama? He was always informal. After when he's playing the T-Modi role is what I understood. Just to take push-ups, he has come in jibba today. But I don't know, it's very difficult. No, every time you come on stage taking a push-ups, it's difficult. So I understand that. And I really appreciate how TT Master and Saravanan sang a song before starting the table topic session. Now let me get on to my own team. Shuganti, bungee jumping is the theme. You need not have to bring your water bottle, handbag and all when you evaluate. I don't know why you brought all the stuff when you do an evaluation. And Vijay again, one more person in your mafsal, in the regular, not in the formal dress. What happened to your shoes? Why you are not wearing your shoes when you come to Medley? Medley is a place where we come with a formal meeting, with a formal dress. Wearing a t-shirt and a jean, I agree. Where is your shoes? I think we can dress a little formal when we come to the meeting next time. Grammarian, R counter and timer. You guys did a very good job. I appreciate it. And now, let's thank the grammarian for his report. Thank you, grammarian, for your report.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Once again, good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. How was the session? You might be enjoyed today's first meeting. I was amazed and happy to hear the word of the day that is articulated in 25 times by 14 people. First, the proceeding officer, Pravda, one time. Then one person, he has used maximum number of this word. He has used 4 times. He is very articulated person. He is holding this session. He is none other than our T.Modi. Then this was followed by today's 7th speaker, TTM Sundaraman Sindamani, and his evaluator, TTM Suhandi Pariyasamy, used 3 times. Please give big applause to them. Then our general evaluator, Toastmaster Kalyan, then our table topic master, Toastmaster Celebration Pilot, and the first speech evaluator, Toastmaster Vijayarajan, used the word of the day 2 times. The word of the day is articulated. The table topic speakers, I didn't expect this much appreciation from them. They have also used this word of the day. I will tell their names. First, our TTM, Samvat Sarjatars are used 2 times. Then our Toastmaster Jayasri, she has also used 2 times the word articulate. Then our Toastmaster Balaji, he has used 1 time. Then Toastmaster Sindana used 1 time. Then Jai Sri Anand, he has also used 1 time the word of the day. Then Toastmasters Hausaniya. So totally 25 times they have used this word of the day. In case of outstanding words, I no need to say, yes, you have very well. Can anybody give one example? You cannot give. Yes, you have created numerous outstanding words. This is a reverse meaning. Okay? A few quotes and thoughts were well articulated by our speakers and the proceeding officer. All the best to the speakers. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Now, thank you, Accountant Bharat, for your
Over to G. This is my account record. The Sergeant at Arms, Toastmaster Prasanna Venkatesh, and the table topic master, Toastmaster Priyadarshini B, had a very clear speech. Presiding officer, Toastmaster Pravda, used 2 so's while declaring the meeting 792 open. The TMOD Toastmaster Saravanan used 2 times well while introducing the theme of the day. General Evaluator Toastmaster Kalyan used you know twice while introducing the R counter. The speaker number 1, prepared speaker number 1, Toastmaster Rajshekharan, used R thrice. Speaker number 2, distinguished Toastmaster Sundaraman, used but twice. Toastmaster Vijayarajan, during his evaluation, used and twice while reading the objective of Speaker Toastmaster Rajshekharan. Evaluator 2, distinguished Toastmaster Sugandhi, used the word excellent twice while appreciating the speaker. The grammarian, Toastmaster Shanmugavel, used well twice while reading out the grammarian objective. The timer, Toastmaster Anuradha, used the word up twice while reading the timer objective of during evaluator. And the table topic speaker, Toastmaster Jagan, used well twice. During the table topic speech, Toastmaster Srijaya Anand used R twice. And table topic speaker, distinguished Toastmaster Thomas, used so twice. Good afternoon, Toastmasters and guests, and thank you, General Evaluator.
Now, that was a wonderful timer report, timer Anuradha. Thank you very much.
Thank you all of you for hearing the timer report. Over to GE Toastmaster Kalyan. Sergeant at Arms Toastmaster Prasanna Venkatesh took exactly 2 minutes 20 seconds. He stopped only when I stood up and showed the red card. Presiding officer Toastmaster Pravda took 7 minutes 30 seconds during her presidential address. TMOD Toastmaster Saravanan, overall he utilized his time as per the agenda, but while introducing the theme, he stopped when the red card is shown in the vibration mode. Then GE Toastmaster Kalyan, he took 7 minutes 30 seconds about the introduction of tag team. He stopped only when the timer stood up on the chair and showed the red card. Then first speaker, distinguished Toastmaster Sundaraman, he took exactly 18 minutes. He stopped immediately when the green card is shown. The second speaker, Toastmaster Rajshekhar, he took 6 minutes for his speech and he stopped as soon as I showed the yellow card. Then table topic master, Toastmaster Priya Bailu, overall she took 24 minutes for conducting the session. She concluded her session when the timer came near and showed the red card in front of her face. First evaluator, distinguished Toastmaster Sugandhi, to my surprise, she has completed her evaluation in 2 minutes 30 seconds. And second evaluator, Toastmaster Vijayarajan, he took 3 minutes and he stopped when the timer waved the red card like this. And coming to the table topic speakers, distinguished Toastmaster Sampath Saurirajan, he took 2 minutes 30 seconds. And Toastmaster Kausalya, she took 1 minute 30 seconds for her speech. And guest Ashish, he took 2 minutes exactly. Toastmaster Jagan, he took 2 minutes 30 seconds to complete his TT speech. Toastmaster Srijay Anand, he took 2 minutes to complete his speech. And Toastmaster Jayashree, within 1 minute, she completed her TT speech. Toastmaster Balaji, he took 2 minutes to complete his speech. Distinguished Toastmaster Thomas Abraham sir, he took 2 minutes exactly to complete his speech. Toastmaster Hema, she took 1 minute 30 seconds and she completed as soon as the yellow card is shown. And Toastmaster Sindhana, as soon as the green card is shown, she stopped and concluded the TT speech. Good evening, Medleyans and my dear guests. Over to you.
That comes to the evaluation, end of my evaluation session. Now, timer, can I know the list of qualified evaluators?
Both the evaluators are qualified. Distinguished Toastmaster Sugandhi and Toastmaster Vijayarajan. Both are qualified.
Thank you very much. Let's all give a big round of applause to the evaluators. Now, when the voting link comes, please do vote for the best evaluator. Now, here to evaluate first speech is yours. To evaluate distinguished Toastmaster Sundaraman's speech, thank you Shuganti for evaluating distinguished Toastmaster Sundaraman's speech.
Engaging humor, professionally speaking. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a big round of applause to our humor speaker, weaving the fabric of engagement. What a beautiful speech. We all know that DTM Sundaraman, by nature himself, is a humorous speaker. What a feast it was for all of us to listen to such a humorous speaker attempting a professionally speaking assignment in engaging humor. What a delight it was. In fact, DTM Sundaraman, one thing that was very evident which caught my attention, which I would like to learn from you in your speech was, you had certain areas in your speech where the humor was explicit. People were, in fact, some of them wanted to roll on the floor and laugh. But since you insisted that we should offer a professional environment, they had to just sit in the chair and impose some level of self-control. There were areas where the humor was implicit or subtle. But the choice of words that you used to articulate the emotion was excellent. that this was a well-prepared speech. While we talk about preparation, I think I should commend the effort put in by your mentor, DTM Jayanti, in giving an excellent mentorship. Now, those who do not know the background, we will tell it offline, but I'm sure this amount of preparation is all because only of your mentor. Now, coming to certain areas of improvement, we know that this is a professionally speaking setup. As much as the club would like to give you a professional setup, certain things are beyond the human control. While the audience were laughing and you were in your high, just because the TMOD started sneezing, you suddenly started staring at him. The audience didn't know whether they should continue laughing or whether they should keep quiet. The second thing is, there were some places where the humor was subtle. Maybe the level of the audience will not match your intelligence level. For that, you should not say, if you all laugh, I'll give you 2 samosas at the end of the meeting. In a professionally speaking assignment, even the speaker should also be 100% professional. In conclusion, your words bounced with enthusiasm, and I'm sure the level of humor and the choice of words that you used to articulate the instance, everything will be remembered for a very long time. Over to the G.
Let me now introduce Distinguished Toastmaster Suganti to evaluate the speech of Distinguished Toastmaster Sundaraman. Suganti notes no introduction. She's a past district director, 2-time RA. And let's all give a big round of applause to Distinguished Toastmaster Suganti. Thank you, Toastmaster Vijay, for evaluating Rajshekar's speech.
Run, baby, run. Toastmaster Rajshekhar today gave a persuading speech. Persuading to the extent that I came in a formal shirt with shoes, but after hearing his persuading speech, I went to the home, wore a t-shirt. Then somebody told me that running with a barefoot that attracts the gravity that gives more energy. So I came in the barefoot. To that extent, his speech was so persuasive. So you have succeeded in your objective. Congratulations for that. And what I liked the most in your speech is you had an intriguing opening. Your opening was very good. You asked the audience to touch the face and just imagine about running in a place, running in a ground. That was something that was a good opening, I felt. And overall, it was an engaging speech and a persuading one. And one more important thing is you told about your personal experience. You met with an accident, and after that, how you recovered and how this running helped you both physically and the development of mental health. One recommendation for you is whatever you have in your speech that you have to substantiate. For example, you said it helps you in mental development, not only in physical development, in your mental development. But in your whole speech, I never heard how it helps in mental development. This one that can be improved. And coming to the speech, what could have articulated better is your voice modulation. There can be little bit ups and downs in your voice modulation. If that can be improved, that is your voice articulation of your voice modulation, I think I could have taken your speech to a better level. Overall, I liked your speech. Run, baby, run. One more thing I didn't understand is, who is that baby?
The next speech evaluation is going to be by Toastmaster Vijay. Vijay needs no introduction. I know Vijay for a very long time, and he is such a creative person. In fact, his love for Medley is very different. When he started his own restaurant, what do you think he named his restaurant as? Any guesses?
Medley.
Yes. That's the love he has got for Medley. Now, thank you, dear.
You know what is the relation between push-ups as well as Toastmasters? Both push-ups as well as Toastmasters improve your core strength. At the same time, push-ups will improve your articulation skills also. There is a medical research going on, so doctors, please don't be sad. Okay, there is a medical research going on. It will be completed, but it will improve your articulation skills, and also it improves your discipline, and it improves your confidence as well. So that's the reason. Whenever you come to the stage, please use a chair, not this chair. I will be sitting here, but some other chair, and do the push-ups, so that will help you in the long run. That's it. Now we have come to the third section of Toastmasters. That is the evaluation section. So you know, feedback is the breakfast of champions. So let us see how the breakfast tastes. Please put your hands to welcome Toastmaster Kalyan. Timer, let us know whether there are any disqualified TT speakers.
No, all TT speakers are qualified.
Thank you. What a wonderful session we had, TT session we had. I especially like the last TT topic. Very thought-provoking, mind-blowing topic. I have never heard that kind of a topic, even in division contest, district contest also. Sing in the rain. I am swaying in the rain. Beautiful. I don't know, like how Toastmaster Priyadarshini Bailur has come up with such a thought-provoking topic. Thank you, Toastmaster Priyadarshini Bailur. Let us sing a song also, I guess. Well, our counter please note. Well.
I'm so.
Yeah, I'm so. Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, you know.
What?
Articulate. What a beautiful song. Thank you. Take it over, please.
Before I wear the TT Master cap based on announcement, this table topic is not the regular one where you get the question and you come and answer. This is going to be different. Here I am going to comment on your speech first, and then you get the question and you have to answer on that. Please listen, watch out to the words coming out of my mouth, because you have an answer hidden in those words followed by the question. For example, if I say, Mr. Dhoni, your speech on Taj Mahal was well articulated. Dhoni, when he comes here, he has to speak on Taj Mahal. So that's how it is. So is it clear? Thank you. Thank you for being so sportive here on the stage. I love the way you all talked on every topic that I gave, especially sing and swing. I don't know what was that, but last speaker, I don't know what to say. It was so funny. It was so funny. I put a question: when life gives you lemon, what will you do? He says, when life gives me lemons, I'm going to squeeze in the eyes of my enemies because I hate lemons. DTM Sampath sir, you were truly funny answering this question. DTM Sampath. When life gives you lemons, make lemonade.
The topic was then bungee jumping. You know why? When you are asked to do something, very simple. Then you can do much better. It's sort of belittling your capabilities. So the table topic master is giving me a lemon and asking me to make a lemonade. I think any child can do that. In fact, I forgot how to do that. That's a different thing. But what better use for lemon? People have made cells using lemon for inserting things. People have made many other combinations just because there is an acidic component in the lemon. But when I think of lemon, I think of something else also. In a nice cup like this, my friend says gin with a lot of botanics, nice flavors. Squeeze a little lemon. Some people even add a little bit of ginger, drops of ginger. If you want a little bit of tonic and soda, and put the lemon on the top, line up the tip with salt, and that's the lemonade I like. Lemonade with, I will call it lemonade plus. In fact, I love gin, but the tonic is nowadays with sweet, so I avoid it. So lemonade can be used for people who are lucky. Ginger and lemon can be used by people who are more lucky. Back to the question.
Singing. Singing.
Singing? Sing?
Who's singing for you?
Sing.
Okay, sing something.
This is worst for you people. Bungee jumping. I sing at home in order to drive the insects away. I can sing. In fact, I have learned singing. If you want seriously, I can sing something seriously, or I will sing something very self-motivating. Famous song, Tamil song. உலகம் பிறந்ததும் எனக்காக, ஓடும் நதிகளும் எனக்காக, மலர்கள் மலர்வதும் எனக்காக, அன்னை மடியை விரித்தார்கள். உலகம் பிறந்ததும் எனக்காக, ஓடும் நதிகளும் எனக்காக. Back to the
Toastmaster Kaushalya was so clear while saying, who says money can't buy happiness? Did you listen to those last words? She was very clear. Invest in yourself. Renew Medley membership and see the happiness within you. Wow, that was truly interesting. Toastmaster Kaushalya. Money never made man happy. Money never made man happy.
For a long time I thought money is enough, and whenever I see people achieve a lot of things, they feel empty. So I was wondering, they have everything in the world, why do they feel empty? And I understood that money alone is not enough in life. You need peace, happiness, satisfaction, and I'll try my best to articulate this. What was the topic?
Money never made man happy.
It's a gender specific topic. Only about man it says.
He's confusing you.
Okay, my time is up. I think it's 1
When I asked any volunteer, guest Ashish was raising his hand. I really appreciate people sitting in and around. They were encouraging, come on Ashish, come on Ashish, come on Ashish. Yes, you are, yes Ashish, yes, come. Very smart. The harder I work, the luckier I get. The harder I work, the luckier I get.
Thank you all. That was the end of my speech. So, the harder I work, the luckier I get. So, I am going to go back to the days of my board exam. board exams. This was before the math exam. So during the first 1.5 months, throughout the entire time I had to study for the math exam, I had to wake up at 4:30 in the morning to get. My father used to wake me up. He used to tell me, go sit, study maths. Even on my birthday, the only thing I did the whole day was study maths. So I had to wake up, study maths. For 2 months continuously, from December to almost end of January, I didn't understand anything. Any single topic in the math textbook, after practicing every single day, hours on end, I understood nothing. I did question papers, practice papers, nothing. Nothing worked. So then I said to myself, maybe I'm just not getting the hang of this, I need to keep working harder. So then one day I noticed my marks increased from 40 to 50. I said, okay, little it's coming. Then another 2 weeks, it started increasing more steadily. Then I said, am I just lucky or am I working hard? Then finally, I ended up getting quite a good score in my exam. And it's quite difficult to articulate all this with such a limited amount of time. But all I can say is, the harder you work, the luckier you get. Thank you.
Toastmaster Jagan, I saw a fighter in you today. It was such a motivational speech. He took names of such great leaders. Thank you, Toastmaster Jagan. Life is not about winning. It's about not giving up. Life is not about winning. It's about not giving up.
I'm going to do a couple of things for the first time in my life and the last time. I'm carrying a note for the table topic session. I hope not to carry this from now on. And I'm going to use a filler word which I've never used before and I hope not to use after this. Well, and I've got to mark up to the expectations that the TT master has set, that she sees a fighter in me. There were times that I didn't see the fighter in myself. There was a time that I didn't see the leader in myself. There was a time that when my father passed away, that I told myself, Jagan, now you're not the head of the household. Your mother is. You've got to start thinking that way. Only when you start your own family, you become the head of the household. And that too, you become partners in crime. There are two heads of the household when you get married. But when my father passed away, there was only one head of the household. And she was taking care of most of the things. Letters used to be addressed to me. I told all of them, do not address them to me, because they don't define me. I'm not the head of the household. So there was a time that I saw this fighter, not in myself, but in the women around me. There was a time that I saw a fighter, all their genes were part of me. There was a time that my father could not afford rice, and it was only his grandmother who told, come by the back, I'll feed you something. There was a time that my mother could not afford to stay at a single place. It was her mother who told her, don't worry, I'll take care of the children, you go. There was a time that my grandmother who said, Anu, do not worry, I understand that your husband is not getting as much salary as it is, but you've got to earn as well. I'll take care of the children and their food. There was a time that when my sister told me, Jagan, yes, you want to get this, but get it right. These women inculcated the fighter in me. And if you see a fighter in me today, it's not me, it's them. Over to you.
Toastmaster Sri J. Anand, it's okay if you forget, if you fumble, but never say sorry. Toastmaster Sri J. Anand. Difficult roads often lead to beautiful destination. Difficult roads often lead to beautiful destination.
When I hear this quote, I think about the motivation that my father gives me, that don't think about yourself in a negative space when you are falling it down. I see you. He will say me that if you are falling down for a couple of times, don't feel bad, or don't be demotivated, or being stuck in the same place will demotivate you as much as it could. But you should remember your point where comes this is the falling down, or the road with stones lead you to analyze yourself and motivate yourself for your further future endeavors. And you should be thinking also, bear in mind that you should work hard to make your success in how much time you hold. It's not about the time, it's about the journey and how you make a successful journey when you in the roads of stones which you tear upon. And I will give you an example in this regard. The example which I am giving is, there was a time in my primary school days, I used to get very less marks or less grades. There used to be a very big quarrel in our house that I am getting very low marks. So he motivated me to do not worry about it, or keep faith in you and keep on trying, and future endeavors is yours. Thank you.
Toastmaster Jayashree was full of praise. She was praising her mentor, all the role players, XCOM. She spent just for 1 minute of us praising all of us today. Toastmaster Jayashree. Would you rather be the funniest or most intelligent person in the room? Would you rather be the funniest or most intelligent person in the room?
Thank you, Table Topic Master, for the trickiest question I have ever been asked, that I'm finding it very difficult to articulate at this point in time. And thank you so much for this wonderful crowd for clapping whenever the word of the day is being called upon. And timer, grammarian, please note I have already used articulate twice. Okay? And since I'm awestruck at this point in time where I need to appreciate everybody in this hall, but I've been trying to control myself to say for the next meeting so that I could complete this within the green light to save the timing for the rest of the meeting overall. With that being said, I cannot complete this speech without praising one person who's in this crowd, none other than the cameraman and the camera here, so that I could see this meeting again and show it up over there at home, and I could get all the appreciations overall. And I'm just hoping that the green card would come in, but it is not coming because I had to stop at that point in time. But nevertheless, I see a lot of green shirts here. I consider that as the green card, and thank you very much for your
Toastmaster Balaji chose Hitler as his imaginary friend. Bravo, Toastmaster Balaji. If you could choose any person from history to be your imaginary friend, who would it be and why?
I don't know how to articulate my reverse speech. Okay, so I will take Hitler as the historic person who I admire. I read his Mein Kampf, this biography written when he was in the prison. So when we go through his way of interpretation of things, what has happened around him, we may see him as a different person now. But if you go through that book, whatever the way he, the First World War, he started off with a soldier. There he felt a lot of, he had a lot of humiliation, and with that he came up with the idea that supremacy with the other two set of people, and he wanted to lead the show. And if you go through that, he is still considered one of the big leader in Germany. So I go with Hitler.
DTM Thomas, sir, the way he said, "Stop crying," says who? I really like that assertiveness in his words and expression. DTM Thomas Abraham, sir. Oh, come in. Sit. Okay, it's a part of that. That was a very good acting. Do you think crying is a sign of weakness or strength? Do you think crying is a sign of weakness or strength?
I have two sons. Both used to cry a lot. They were both brave people. From them I knew this old story about, machos don't cry and all is, is illogical. Crying is a certain emotion getting expressed. When you're happy, do you say, ha ha? You say that? That's okay, right? And when you're sad, why don't you cry? What's the big difference? And as for the macho and the woman, it's just a difference of, it's not in emotions, it's a difference of how they are built differently. So, this thing about, making an ism about crying, I think it's, who do we, maybe the poets must have brought this romanticism. They wanted that little touch. So they brought it, and poets being poets, we all started believing it. So therefore, I tell you, stop crying. Says who? In the sense, at the same time, it's not an entirely logical thing. It's a so-so logic. You know what I mean? So-so, S-O-S-O, somewhat. Therefore, go by your heart. Don't listen to the poets or anybody other than you. You decide. When you feel like drinking water, drink water. When you feel like sleeping, sleep. Not now. When you feel like crying, cry, baby, cry.
Toastmaster Hema was full of smile and giggle. I don't know why. Toastmaster Hema. What do you wish you spent more time doing 5 years ago? What do you wish you spent more time doing 5 years ago?
You all know I am a physiotherapist anyway, so I like to see more and more patients. That's the thing, because what do you get out of that? One is the satisfaction, another one is money you make. So that is one thing I love to. And one of the things is I just might have continued spending some more time with my daughters. Now they have grown big. They're very different nowadays. They're not there. I just love to hug them, kiss them, all that. Now since they're grown big, they're not letting me come closer also. That shows the next stage of the teenage. So 5 years before, I really wanted to spend some more time being with them, playing with them, dancing, singing, all sorts of nonsense I used to do with them. I'd like to continue that. Thank you so much.
So today we know who is dreaming about food all the time. Yes, Toastmaster Sintana. If you could choose your dreams, what would you prefer to dream about? If you could choose your dreams, what you could prefer to dream about?
Okay, I'm not good at articulation, but I will try to articulate up this topic my best. So it's not about dream. Every day, every minute, I used to think what I should prepare for the next meal, because I have two boys who have opposite taste. So if one likes the lady's finger, the other likes the brinjal. So this is how every dish, if I cook for the one, the other doesn't eat. Maybe the other boy thinks that, okay, if he is liking, I should not like. I think they are framing the rules like that. That is really causing pain for me. So every day morning I have to think, okay, what I should do. So if that becomes habit such that I'm also dreaming about the food in my sleep. So that's how my dreams are there these days. Over to you.
So this is your table topic master, Priya Bailur. For the benefit of the guests, we will be now starting the table topic session. Make sure you all speak for 1 to 2 minutes. But still, 1 minute we'll be showing you the green, second minute the amber, and 2 minutes 30 seconds the red card will be shown. Don't be scared when you see the red. It means you need to finish well. Be ready with your, whenever you see the yellow, it's time for you to wrap up. With this, thank you.
How many of you know elevator pitch? Excellent. You are in an elevator along with the most influential person in your organization, and you have just 1 or 2 minutes to impress. How will you do? We are at time. Okay, yeah. So conceptualize your thoughts, organize your thoughts, put your thoughts across with proper opening, body and conclusion, so that the person will remember you forever. That is what TT is all about, table topics is all about. Within 1 to 2 minutes, how you impress a person by putting your words across. That is what TT will enable you to do. So that's the reason you can attend the topics, table topics, even if you don't have any role also, please come here and listen to those topics also and attend those topics so that you will learn a lot. For conducting this TT session, we have a person, passionate Toastmaster, who has an eye for detail and excellent observational skills. Please put your hands to welcome Toastmaster Priyadarshini Bailey. Timer. Please let us know if there are any time disqualifications for the 2 prepared speeches we had.
No, both the speakers are qualified.
Excellent, thank you. Please note down the best speaker according to your observation, and when the voting link comes, please cast your vote. What a first section of Toastmasters we had. We had 2 rollicking speeches that were of different spectrum altogether. One is a humorous speech, another one is an informational speech, motivational speech. All these are really good for Toastmasters, and it's a time well spent for us. Thank you, DTM Sundar Raman. Thank you, DTM Sundar Raman, for weaving the fabric of engagement. I especially like the quote you used. Love is the key that opens the gate to happiness. Love is the key that opens the gate to happiness.
Hey, Modi, catch me if you can. Hey, Modi, catch me if you can.
Sorry, I'm doing push-ups.
So some of you may be wondering why I did that. Not because it was a reverse meeting. It was one of the attention-grabbing techniques while you articulate in front of an audience. So timer, you can start now. So year 2019, so actually I got retired from my corporate life and I wanted to pursue my own dream. So to become a trainer, corporate trainer, consultant or keynote speaker. And I thought there was a universal problem that is related to communication. So irrespective of your domain, wherever you go, organizations keep saying that our people, they lack communication skills. But that is when I decided I will go and offer training on communication skills. But the moment I approached the HR people, they said that, yeah, we have our people, and then automatically they directed me to lower level people, associates. But my ambition was to train and educate the leaders. Any case? Because that is where money is. Right. So I thought I will try to train the leaders. And these leaders, they are all very good in communication, and they were got to admit that they lack communication skills, and they keep saying that 100 people are working for us or 500 people are working for me, and day in day out I articulate with my customers, and I don't think I am lacking communication skills. That is when I try to do little more research and find out, let me start with the problem statement, what is happening in the corporate world. Number one, the challenge of communication. The very first one is the leaders day in day out, they come and present the PowerPoints full of charts, pie charts, bar charts, and they keep talking about the KPIs. I guess all of you know what is KPI, key performance indicators. And always they are under tremendous pressure from the management and accept numbers or the KPIs like customer centricity, the delivery variance, the cost variance. They only talk about it, and invariably the team members get annoyed or agitated. So parallelly, the other aspect was this is happening irrespective whether it is personal life or professional life. Attention deficient syndrome. So people, whenever they get free time, immediately they take their smartphone to see all non-smart things. So that will be a bokeh joke or a reel. So whenever they get 5 minutes gap, people start doing this. And when I try to do that, when I try to analyze this, actually today it is very difficult to engage with the audience. So it may be your customer or team members, any kind of stakeholder, the engagement level has come down. This is when I thought of something different. So how to grab the attention. So I think many of us Toastmasters, we know that what are all the different ways of grabbing the attention. Can someone point out what are all the different ways of grabbing the attention of the audience? Humor, okay.
Voice modulation.
Questions.
Asking questions, great.
Keeping it interactive. Keeping it interactive.
Make it interact.
Going behind the screen.
Yes. Okay.
Games.
So there are several ways. So one is asking questions, a dramatic act, like what I did. So tell a joke, share vital statistics in a very attention grabbing manner, use a prop, and at the last one that drew my attention. So I think telling stories that will be the greatest way to grab the attention of the audience from the beginning to the tail end. And normally we say no, so first 30 seconds are important to grab the attention of the audience. But if I can articulate throughout my session using stories, then definitely throughout my session people will be paying attention. Okay. Then this is where I thought of storytelling. So storytelling in the corporate world, and I try to analyze why storytelling. Yeah. So it is proven fact that storytelling makes a huge impact. I think our own president has given a session on those. Dopamine, oxytocin, serotonin, endorphin. I think some of you can recollect. So the moment you start telling stories, these happy chemicals get segregated in our brain, and that keeps us motivated and engaged. For example, dopamine always gives the feel-good factor. The oxytocin gives the love and bonding. So why not we try to leverage the power of storytelling? So in fact, storytelling is not just happened a few decades back. It is time immemorial. Even the Stone Age, the cavemen started telling stories at the end of the day. So at the end of the day, they all sit in front of the bonfire and then start talking about how their day went. So what are all the lessons learned, what are all the best practices, and they come and describe in a vivid fashion. And that is there. That is why still we love stories. That is in our DNA. In fact, if we talk about the mythology, so there are several mythological storytellers are there. Some of the names you should be knowing. Any guess? Who are the three people? I think one is Sampath Swaraj and the answer is Vishaka Hari, Kribananda Warrior. What do they tell? So they tell stories about Ramayana and Mahabharata, and all of us know it. All of us know the story of Ramayana and Mahabharata. But when they give a discourse for a month, so telling a story from each chapter on a particular day, people throng. Reason is the way how they articulate it, the way they use the body language and the vocal variety, and they come up with their own perspective. So each one, so for example, Vishaka Hari and Kribananda Warrior can tell the same story of Bhakta Prahlada in two different manners. And if you go and attend concerts like the Music Academy, when Vishaka Hari is giving the story, many people know their eyes will be filled with the tears. So that is the way they tell the stories. So that is the power of storytelling. Okay. Now let me give a very short story. Some of you would have heard about it. So there was a boy who was dark in complexion, and he wanted to buy this balloon from the street vendor who comes and sells the balloon filled with the gas, the hydrogen or helium gas. And when he went there, and he asked the uncle, the balloon vendor, "Uncle, do you have black balloon?" He said, "Yes." "What is the cost of it?" "What is the cost of other balloons?" "Every balloon costs 5 rupees. Then he bought it. So what do the children do after buying the balloon? The gas balloon. So they hold it for some time, and after that, then they leave it, and while it is flying in the sky, they watch it and they see the fun of it. So here this balloon vendor said that yes, every balloon can fly. Does not matter about the color of the balloon. What it matters is what is inside the balloon. So this is a very, very short and profound story. How many of you heard about this story? Okay, couple of hands. Actually, what are the key takeaways from this story?
Color doesn't matter.
Color doesn't matter. Any other?
What's inside?
Everyone has potential.
Everyone has got potential. Content matters. Okay, what else? Within a 2-minute story, we have so many takeaways. So when I got this story, I was getting goosebumps, and immediately the next day I went and I told this story to my team members. So I could hear one of my team members say, "Hey, Mokkada." Someone was telling it's from WhatsApp University. Right? So these kind of stories, definitely people will get a wow feeling. But when you see the relevance in corporate world, immediately corporate world, generally people always think logically. They don't go by emotion. So unlike when I showed the mythological storytellers, here when leaders share some stories, immediately they will try to check the veracity, whether this is an authentic story or a made up story. So is it relevant for me? And at the end of the day, what are the key takeaways and how can I apply it in my daily life? So that is when I thought we need to do a little more research. So this is not the kind of story that I can take to corporate world, especially the senior leaders. And now we need to find out the difference between the generic form of storytelling and business storytelling. That is where the word business storytelling takes focus. So the different other genres, personal storytelling, motivation storytelling. So on the other side, we have the business storytelling. How is business stories different from the other genre? Number one is the regular motivation story can be fictional or semi-fictional. For example, this balloon story would have never happened. Someone has coined the story. Or sometimes you can take a real incident and try to add a little bit of frill and then present it in the form of a story. Whereas here, the business story should be original and authentic, because people will verify or they may not be able to get the real key takeaways and implement it. The source of the other genre can be from personal experience, folklore or historical books. Here in this case studies, corporate incident and success stories. So in fact, business story is nothing but case studies or corporate incidents. So that is why That is what we are, in a polished manner, we call it as business stories. Then setup, if you see the setup, family gathering, parties, non-professional events. In fact, in the earlier Toastmaster, the previous CC journey, there used to be a storytelling project called Telling Story After Dinner. So probably there are several occasions after dinner people come and share stories. So that is kind of the setup. Whereas business storytelling, the meeting can be a sales meeting or team meetings or customer presentations. The intent, here the prime intent is to entertain and motivate the people, whereas here the business storytelling we need to educate people, educate about a new initiative. For example, today in my organization I want to talk about digital transformation. I want to talk about sustainability goals. I want to educate people about that. Or it can be about building brands or drive home corporate values, core values. When we talk about corporate core values, every corporate, their core intention is to make profitability and they want to focus on customer centricity, some honesty, integrity. There are several corporate core values are there. If you want to drive home the message, you can tell a story. And generally these kind of stories revolve around the person, the speaker and his or her kith and kin. Of course, even in corporate, some people come and tell about their own stories, how they struggled in younger days. I studied under the shade of the lamp in the street. Okay, but definitely that will never sell unless that person is the founder of the organization. The founder of the company can come and tell person's story that will gel well. So otherwise, it will never gel well. Here, the stories revolve around customers, team members, and other stakeholders. Then priority. So whenever we talk about stories, two things are important. One is the emotion and the logic. So again, once again, let me go back to the previous Toastmaster manual. So one of the project talks about persuading your audience. If you have to persuade your audience, you have to use appropriate blend of logic and emotion. So here, in this case, we can talk about emotion, body language. As I said, Vishaka Hari can emote and then try to keep the audience engaged totally. But whereas in the corporate world, I don't have to do emotion. So I can use emotion, but predominantly logic and facts and data points, they are much more important. Okay, so now I think all of you would have got absolute clarity about the personal storytelling, motivational storytelling versus business storytelling. Now let me once again give a sample of a corporate storytelling. So again, this will not take more than 2 minutes. So all of you know Dettol was one of the very popular hand sanitizer as well as antiseptic liquid. And they were having a huge market share before the advent of Savlon. Savlon was the late entrant in the market and they want to grab the market share of Savlon. And they found that internally they discussed and they understood that Dettol is a little pungent and when you try to apply it, it is going to give pain. So it is going to be irritating. So that is the weakness of Dettol they perceived and then they try to come out with a different kind of product which will have pleasant smell and which will not have the irritating feeling. And immediately once that formulation is ready, they started selling that, saying that heals without burning. Heals without the burning. Oh my God. So people immediately started buying Savlon because it is pleasant smelling and it never hurts. And again, now these people, they have to take some counter measure. Then they discussed and brainstormed, but they never changed their formulation. They have not done any major modification in the product, but they try to articulate in a different way without making any change in the product. So what they did was, in their marketing campaign, they said, it hurts when it works. It hurts when it works. By the way, who is the person who is using Dettol in most of the Indian families? Family head, mother, children, who? Kids. Kids, they are the beneficiary. But who is trying to? Mother. So mother knows. So whenever a boy or girl it hurts, immediately they will come and throw the wound and the mother will apply Dettol and immediately the child will start crying. And she will say, yes, it will cry for, you cry for 5 minutes or 10 minutes, that is when the bacteria are getting killed. So that is how Dettol works. So you cry for half an hour, it's okay. It means the product is working very well. So that is how they countered their strategy. So again, they try to pick up the market share. So what are the takeaways from this story, this business story? Smart business. Okay, anything else?
You have to tweak your story according to the competition.
Story, leverage your power of storytelling. Anything else?
How to distract and fool the customers.
Okay.
Be you.
Yes. First of all, when you get upset or when someone is trying to capture your market share, don't become panic. Number one. Then just by sheer market, the projection or positioning yourself, you can do that instead of going and changing your formulations. So simple strategy will work out. So there are several takeaways. So each corporate story can take several key takeaways. So here when the leader is while doing, as I already mentioned that there are several occasions the leader can tell the stories, couple of don'ts. One is like in front of an audience, we tell the speakers, no, the seasoned mentors, never tell them that you are going to tell a joke. So immediately people will stare at you and say, tell me the joke. So deliberately they will do all that. So in the same manner, never tell your audience that you are going to tell a story. So in a very subtle manner, you have to introduce the story. You have to be very, very diplomatic in that. And big no for forward stories. The reason is, many of them would have already seen the story and your credibility will go for a toss. You have to tell your story from your previous employer, or you can also borrow a story from another. As I said, business stories are nothing but case studies. You can talk about, for example, if you want to talk about integrity, you can talk about Satyam Computers, you can talk about Enron. But some of them will be popular if you are able to do a little bit of research and figure out the unheard story, then that will gain maximum attention. And never ramble or beat around the bush. The reason is, in business ambience, leader will never get more than the allotted time. So the entire meeting itself will go for 60 minutes or 90 minutes, and as a leader you can probably speak for 15 minutes. Out of 15 minutes, if you go and ramble about your story for 20 minutes, there will not be any person who is with a red card or a green card, but again your reputation will go for a toss. So you have to quickly tell the story without losing the essence of it. Never ramble or beat around the bush. And you have to find out whether the ambience is conducive. For example, if customer escalation is going on, a big firefighting, so you are all trying to talk about it. At the time, you cannot tell, I am going to tell a story. Immediately, people will thrash you. Right? So you have to find out when you can come out with your story. Okay. So now how to do this storytelling? So I try to come out with a matrix with the help of an Excel sheet. So what I have done is try to recollect all popular stories and then put them here with a little bit of words. For example, exploded cookers and innovation. So that is a story from CDK Prestige Group. Then we have something, rat-proof coconut oil container, that is from this parachute coconut oil. So try to list down all these stories, and the next column try to incorporate the key to bring specificity to the story. So always when you share some specific details like who was the person, at what year this happened, at what place this happened, then again that will bring credibility. So try to list down them here. And the last few columns, so they are made for corporate core values. For example, one column talks about innovation, next one is problem solving, customer centricity, adaptability, safety, etc. So I don't have time to talk about this cooker story, but when you read the story, that story talks about different corporate values, starting from safety, customer centricity. So if I tell this story, the audience will have several takeaways. More than 6 or 7 takeaways will be there. So vice versa. Suppose today I want to go and talk about next week is safety day. So I want to brief my team about the safety, occupational safety. Then you can pick a story that comes across the safety column. So for example, the Kingfisher and bullet train, that is a different story. So for every core value, you have multiple stories, or Same story can have multiple feedbacks. But how to remember this? So the last 1 year in the LinkedIn newsletter, I published 52 different stories. But I myself may not be able to recollect all the details of the story. So that is when I try to come out with a little bit of handout. So here I have taken a printout. So this story talks about Tylenol. So Tylenol is a popular pharma vendor. So when they had a huge, someone adulterated one of the tablets when it was in store, and they tried to call back the entire bulk, and their credibility went up and their share price also went up. Then I think all of you are familiar with the KFC story. So pictorially I have taken printout, and at the back I have jotted down the points. So if we have this kind of ready reckoner, so always you can not only tackle table topic, you can also tell stories to your people. Okay. So these are all the different places where you can talk about this business storytelling, town hall meetings, team meetings by managers, etc. Okay. So basically the benefit of business storytelling is it engages with stakeholders. As I said, you have to grab their attention, and once the engagement happens, you can do whatever you want. For example, you may have to share some information, or you can go for call for action. So whatever is possible. So the moment that they are all persuaded, then they are with you. Then finally, you also align with the organization vision and mission. Because today, most of the organization, they are all working in silos. They are all independently working. And through storytelling, if we are all aligning with the corporate's vision and mission, nothing like that. So I'll take 1 more minute to talk about the storytelling. Okay, Sundar, you talked about all the power of storytelling, but is there any proof where someone has leveraged business storytelling and what they want? Can anyone recollect this person?
A.M. Naik.
Huh?
A.M. Naik.
A.M. Naik. Who was he?
L&T, long-time chairman.
So Lawson and Tubrow's chairman. So Mr. A.M. Naik, now he is retired. So actually L&T has got several business divisions. So one of their business division was L&T Infotech. So when the salesperson of L&T Infotech division got an appointment with the US-based CEO. So A.M. Naik was supposed to join him, and they had to do kind of briefing for 1 hour or something like that. And when they were waiting in the customer space, the CEO peeped in and said, sorry folks, I'm really sorry, today is a bad day. I can only spare 10 minutes for you. They were totally upset. Both Mr. Naik as well as his sales guy was totally upset. And casually A.M. Naik asked, sir, by the way, have you seen this movie called The Bridge of the River Kwai? So fortunately that person was a little old and he could recollect. Yes, I have seen that popular Hollywood movie. And do you recollect the climax scene? Yes, I vividly remember the climax scene where 2 trains come on the bridge and then the bridge collapses. That is when Mr. Naik said that bridge was constructed by our group. So our L&T parent group constructed the bridge for the movie set. But it took 4 attempts to blast the bridge. So they first initially tried to loosen the bolts, nuts and bolts, and then finally they put the detonators, extra detonators. Only in the 4th attempt they could do that, and that is the power of our quality. So guess what happened? So the CEO who agreed to give 10 minutes only, so the meeting went for 90 minutes. And both of them were so happy, and then they got what they wanted. So if you are ready to implement business storytelling, I can connect with you offline. Over to you.
Before calling DTM Sundararaman for his speech, I would like to call his evaluator, DTM Suganti, to read out his objective. No, I did already. While are you ready? He mentioned, right? I was ready already.
Thank you, Mr. Toastmaster of the Day. Today, DTM Sundararaman is attempting his speech, prepared to speak professionally in the part engaging humor. The speaker can present a humorous speech or an informational speech, which he is supposed to deliver in a professional environment. Time permitted is 18 to 22 minutes.
Thank you.
Go to the Toastmaster.
Please put your hands to welcome DTM Sundararaman, a man with an easy to remember name. He has got 100% of success rate on calling his name rightly. His project is in engaging human pathways, prepare to speak professionally. Title is Weaving the Fabric of Engagement. D.T.M. Sundararaman, Weaving the Fabric of Engagement. Thank you, Toastmaster Rajashekaran, for making the baby run.
Since TMOD advised, we cannot deny. Good afternoon, Toastmasters and dear guests. Please close your eyes and imagine the breezy air come on your way and hitting softly on your face when you jog or run. Today, I am going to articulate my running journey with all of you. My goal is to inspire you all to take up running to better your mental and physical health. Here, I want to thank my wife because she is the one who encouraged, not only encouraged, she pushed me literally into the running. So, what are the impacts I got from the running? So, I have started running from early days. I am not a morning person. So, after joining the running club, I started to wake up early. To wake up early, I need to sleep early. So my sleep pattern got better. Then, important thing. So whenever I used to have a fight with my wife, so this is the best stress reliever. Go for a running. And running is not about speed. You can run at your own pace. On December 2023, I have joined Coastal Runners. That is a chapter under Chennai Runners. During my first week, I tried little bit running. Then I decided, not a good idea. After a week, it got better. Within a month, I was able to run for 5 kilometers. So I felt very happy because I ran in school days only. After that, there was a huge gap. Now only I have again tried. So running a 5 kilometer, it was a big deal for me. So I was very happy. So my running routine will be at morning 4:45 I used to wake up. And 5:15 I will be there in Tiruvallur beach with my colleagues for doing the warm up. And 5:15, 5:30 we start our running, and 1 hour we used to run. And 6:30 we will meet at the same place and do the cool down to the basic stretches, and we will move on. So I just from these routine exercises, I just improved my stamina and my endurance. My weekly schedule for running will be consist of speed running, that is we need to run at a speed and take a rest and some more running with the speed. And on Thursdays we used to run tempo run. Tempo run is at your comfortable pace, you need to run for 5 to 10 kilometers. And on Saturdays you have to run for slow running, and that too for 10 to 15 kilometers. On Mondays and Wednesdays we used to do our core strength training exercises. So these regular exercises help me to make me strong and develop my endurance further. On April 2024, I have run one 10-kilometer run and followed by another run. I was very happy. I was steadily improving. On the same month, I faced one setback. I have faced one bike accident. While trying to not hit the car, which is suddenly stopped, I just fell from the bike and hit the ground very hard. I injured my left ankle. Luckily, there was no fracture. But my doctor advised not to run for at least a month. I was very frustrated. Would I be able to run again? My last 2 months, 3 months, whole effort was gone in vain. So these are the thoughts were going on my mind. But slowly I recovered, and again I joined my running club. Within a month, I was able to run the same 5 kilometers. And since then, I have run 3 10-kilometers runs in various competitions. Now I have set a goal to run for 21 kilometers, which is half marathon, in upcoming Chennai Marathon 2025. Running gave me a physical strength and the mental health as well. So I encourage everyone to take up running for the better physical health as well as mental health being. Thank you.
Before calling Toastmaster Rajashekharan for his speech, I would like to call his evaluator, Toastmaster Vijay Rajan, to read out his project objectives.
Timer, please note. Time is 5 to 7 minutes. All the best, Toastmaster Rajashekharan. The purpose of this project is to learn or review basic methods for writing a speech with a defined purpose to present a well-organized speech on any topic. Speech is from Persuasive Influence Pathway. And title is Run by the Run.
In Medley, we have a condition. If you have to join as a member, the guests have to come for at least 4 or 5 meetings and have to take part in table topics. Normally what happens is, once they join as a member, sometimes they will be enthusiastic, but slowly, like, if they are not giving the projects or roles, they will slowly discontinue also. But we have a person who joined very recently, but he has already given his second speech. Please put your hands to welcome Toastmaster Rajashekharan. There is a relation. Toastmaster Rajashekharan is a runner. I am a by-runner. Now we have come, Toastmaster Rajashekharan is giving a speech on writing a speech with purpose. Title is Run Baby Run. Run Baby Run, Toastmaster Rajashekharan. Toastmaster Rajashekharan, Run Baby Run. Now we have come to the first section of Toastmasters meeting, that is the prepared speech section, wherein the speakers will rehearse their speech, practice their speech, understand what the project objectives are, and provide the speeches accordingly. It is either to inform or initiate or motivate or inspire. Any of the themes, they will come and talk about that. How many of you have been a facilitator in your meetings, in organizations and all? Have you ever seen a situation where it has run out of time? You have run out of time in the sense like 30 minutes and you have crossed 30 minutes plus and all. So many times, right? So for that, what is needed? The purpose and objective, that is more important. So please listen for the objective for the speeches. Try to understand what the speaker is going to talk about that. And when you have a mental picture, just try to analyze what the speaker talks about that and do a mental evaluation as well as notes. And when the evaluator comes to the board and then talks about that, just compare your notes to see whether what you have observed and the evaluator observed are synchronizing as such. That is the way you can be a better speaker, better listener, at the same time, better evaluator also. Thank you, General Evaluator Toastmaster Kalyan, for explaining your role as well as your team's roles.
As a general evaluator, my work is to see what is the work, what I am supposed to do, and do my duties. As how the meeting goes. So today I am here to tell you how the meeting will happen, what are my team, who is my team, and what they will do. So I have two teams. One is going to be my evaluator team, and the other team is going to be my tag team. Now let me thank the grammarian Shanmugavel for what he has done today.
Good afternoon, fellow Toastmaster and dear guests. Jordan Grant Lloyd was an American linguist, lexicographer, novelist, and essayist. Grammar is not a set of rules. It is something inherent in the language, and the language cannot exist without it. It can be discovered, but not invented. Accordingly, grammar is a vital part of any language. It is essential to allow learners to express their thoughts adequately, on form, and communicate precise idea. Grammar is not just about spelling or punctuation. It is an integral part of language because it allows them to construct sentence and write coherently. As a grammarian, it is my responsibility to pay close attention to all the speakers, listening carefully to their language usage. I will take note of any misuse of the English language, as well as any outstanding words, quotes, saying, or thoughts. As a grammarian, I am pleased to introduce the word of the day. Today, the word of the day is articulate. It can be used as a verb and an adjective. An example of using this word is, he was not very articulate. Toastmaster CC is quietly spoken, articulate, and thoughtful. I found myself unable to articulate my feeling. Each speaker is engaged to use the word of the day. I will give you a word of the day report and a grammatical usage report when called upon during the meeting. Thank you, General Evaluator.
Today, grammarian role is being played by Toastmaster Shanmugavel. To introduce Shanmugavel, I will introduce him and articulate him in a single word that is sincere. Now, thank you, our counter grammarian, for explaining your roles of what you are going to do today.
Over to General Evaluator. At the end of the meeting, I will report the number of times that each speaker used these expressions. The purpose of the R counter is to note the words and sounds that are used as a crutch or pause fillers by anyone who speaks. During the meeting, I will listen for the overused words, including and, well, but, and you know. I will also listen for the filler sounds, including I will also note when a speaker repeats a word or a phrase such as I, this means, this means. Good evening, Toastmasters and guests. Thank you, General Evaluator.
You know what I am going to do now? I am going to call the next tag team player. Today, the R counter role is going to be played by Toastmaster Bharat. Thank you, Timer Anuradha, for giving your introduction.
Over to GE. As a timer, I'll be helping the speakers practicing expressing a thought within a specific time. My duty is to for the prepared speeches, table topic speeches, and the evaluations during the meeting. The green card is the qualifying time, the yellow card is the target time, and the red card is the maximum time. 1 second, I'll bring the cards. prepared speeches. One is from 18 minutes to 22 minutes. At 18 minutes, I'll show the green card. At 20 minutes, I'll show the yellow card. And at 22nd minute, I'll show the red card. And for the second speech is between 5 to 7 minutes. I'll show green card at the end of 5 minutes, yellow card at the end of 6 minutes, and red card at the end of 7 minutes. And for TT speech, it is between 1 to 2 minutes. At end of first minute, I'll show the green card. And 1 minute 30 seconds, I'll show the yellow card. And at end of 2 minutes, I'll show the green card. For evaluation, it is between 2 to 3 minutes. At end of 2 minutes, I'll show the green card. At end of 2 minutes 30 seconds, I'll show the yellow card. And at the end of 3 minutes, I'll show the red card. And when I show the green card, it is like you are at the end of the step. So it is up to you to jump out, bungee jump, or come back and finish in the target time. Good afternoon, all of you. I am the timer, Toastmaster Anuradha. I am here to give you the briefing about the timer role.
Today, the role of a timer is going to be done by Toastmaster Anuradha. As the theme goes, she is a person who will just not bungee jump. Ask her to jump into any Toastmaster event or any Toastmaster related material related. For her, everything, anything to do with Medley is bungee jumping. So those are how it goes. I am your general evaluator today. As a general evaluator, my work is to evaluate the meeting and the proceedings of the meeting. Usually what happens is today there is no change or anything in the agenda that demands a good round of applause. Whatever we have printed and the final agenda is one and the same. There is no change in the last minute. If you have noticed, our VP is just giving, okay, this time the agenda went 7 revisions, 4 revisions, 6 revisions. That is a good practice. But when I checked with the VP, she was mentioning this time there is only 3 revisions. So let us all aim not to have major revisions when an agenda is published. Let the agenda go as per time. And I will come with a detailed report of my tag report and my evaluators at the end of the meeting.
Please put your hands to welcome our General Evaluator, Toastmaster Kalyan. Today's theme, as we know, is bungee jumping. It's a metaphor for leap of faith. That means we have to always come out of our comfort zone so that we can reach greater heights. Like in bungee jumping, we have harnesses. That is our mentors as well as supportive members, through which we can always reach greater heights. So we have to always attend Toastmaster meeting. That's the crux and moral of this story as well. And there are 3 things that we have to take into account when we talk about coming out of comfort zone or bungee jumping. First thing, that is fashionable. Second thing, that is growth. Third thing is, that is trying out new things. This is very important because at the end, I also will ask this question because that is a listening quiz for you. In Toastmasters, we have 3 sections of meetings. The first section is the prepared speech section where the members will come and provide their speeches based on some of the objectives. Second section is where the impromptu speeches will be happening. That is the table topic section. And third one is the evaluation section, which is very critical, which is very much needed so that we all can come to the stage later on after hearing all those conservative as well as constructive feedbacks as such. I am doing great. Today is a special day. Today's day is Clean Your Floors Day. How many of you know that? Excellent. Like cleaning the floor in Toastmasters is also very important because that is where we sweep away our fears, our fear of public speaking, polish our skills, clean the gutter, and provide sparkling results. So Toastmasters is very much important in that perspective as well.
Reverse sweep also.
Yeah, we can do that. And that will also give other sparkling results. What is special today? Good afternoon, Medleyians and guests. How are you all doing?
Great.
Thank you, presiding officer, for your wonderful introduction. I never thought about that. Thank you very much.
With this message, let me hand over the stage to the presiding, to the Toastmaster of the day, who will take this meeting forward. To do this role of Toastmaster of the day, today we have an enthusiastic and passionate Toastmaster, a very interesting person who does all his roles or speech in a different way, especially in using the props. He is basically a mechanical engineer and he's a cricket enthusiast. Please help me to welcome Toastmaster Saravanan, the presiding officer for today. 2 days before, there was this guest speech that was organized in our institution. It was organized by Toastmaster Anuradha in our institution. Dr. Anand Chokalingam, who is a US-based cardiologist, he spoke about mental well-being and positive psychology for the welfare of our students and staff. In his speech, he said that when a person improves in his socio-economical status, generally it should bring happiness to him. But in contrary, when as the socio-economic status of person increases, there is increase in the development of depression in him. Even in the most modernized countries, where the GDP per capita is used as a quantitative measurement for their modernization, the degree of depression is found to be very high when compared to low economical countries. But Japan, which is a technically advanced countries among the world, here the depression rate is found to be very, very less when compared to other countries of the world. There are various reasons that are being said for this. Could be because of their low obesity rate, or because of their food habits where they intake lots of omega-3 polyunsaturated fatty acids in their seafood, or it could be because of their decrease in the inequality that is prevailing among their population. But one of the most important contributing factor that is being said for is that in Japan, the social environment of collectivism that is prevailing more than the individualism is found to be the most common cause that prevents the development of depression among these patients, among the people of Japan. Now, what is this collectivism? Collectivism is viewing oneself as being interdependence or being in a group rather than being an individual. This collectivism will hold the value like collaboration or constructive interdependence, or being conformity with the rules and the norms that are used. In collectivistic culture, it emphasizes the needs and the desire of a group as a whole rather than the desire of an individual. And there people are more generous, they are more helpful, they are more interdependent, and they think about the welfare in a group rather than in an individual. And study shows that such collectivism prevails and also in other Asian countries apart from Japan, such as China and South America, and even African countries, is on Latin America, in contrast to the individualistic countries like Europe and North America. I feel that in this collectivistic culture, people live in groups, and it could be either a family or a clan, which is a group of many family, or it could be an ethnic group also. I feel that such collectivistic culture prevails in Toastmasters. What do you say? Toastmasters, for the benefit of the guests, is a non-profitable international educational organization that was started by a person called Ralph C. Medley about 100 years before to improve the public speaking and leadership quality of people. I feel that Toastmaster is an environment that provides such a collectivistic environment for us. Any person cannot grow into a better speaker or a leader independently. They have to depend, as I said. So we have to depend on other members like our mentors or experienced people. So such collectivistic environment is provided by Toastmasters International. We have to articulate among ourselves to develop ourselves, and that provides this environment also produces a positive psychology. I am very happy to see lots of guests who have joined today's meeting. And we have around 8 guests who have joined, and Toastmasters Neha from Mass Articulator Club. Thank you all for joining today. I may have an introduction of 1 or 2 guests who have joined today for the very first time. Mr. Amrita Velalan, can you stand up and introduce yourself? Yes.
I am Amrita Velalan, St. Joseph's College of Engineering. I was pursuing a computer science engineering. I completed a diploma course also, and I interested to join here.
How do you know about Medley?
My uncle was.
Most welcome. Mr. Niranjan, please introduce yourself.
Hi, I am Niranjan. I completed my BE in computer science and preparing for my government exams. So I wanted to improve my interview skills, so that's why I came here, so that I could get to develop my English skills.
You are in the right place, Mr. Niranjan. Mr. Karupasamy, yes, please introduce. Pardon?
I want to company skill. I'm working in my Tata company.
How did you know about Medley?
My friend.
Most welcome. I also welcome the dignitaries who have joined today's meeting. Distinguished Toastmaster Sugandhi Periyasamy, past District Director. Distinguished Toastmaster Sampath Saudirajan, past first President of Medley. Distinguished Toastmaster Thomas T. Abraham, past PR Manager of District 82. Distinguished Toastmaster Sundar Raman Chintamani, past President of Medley. Toastmaster Kalyan, past Parliamentarian of our district. Toastmaster Saravanan, immediate past Area Director and past President of Medley. Toastmaster Venkataseshan, past President of Medley and current Area Director of District. I am very happy to announce that our club has received the Excellence in Membership Award, Building Award, for getting all the 3 membership awards, Medley, Chalk Up Toastmaster and Beat the Clock Toastmaster. This award is dedicated to both the terms of the previous year. Very good afternoon. I welcome you all to Medley, and with the sound of this with the sound of this gavel, I declare Medley meeting number 792 open. Thank you SAA for setting the stage.
Now I would like to hand over the stage to our President, Toastmaster Pravda. She is doctor by profession, mother of 2 kids, and she is also a good singer. Toastmasters International is a century-old organization. So Toastmasters International is a century-old organization helping its members to grow in the area of public speaking and leadership abilities. As per the mission of Toastmasters, we provide a positive and supportive learning experience in which members are empowered to grow their communication and leadership skills, resulting in a greater self-confidence and personal growth. There are a few ground rules to be followed during the meeting. First, please turn off your mobile or keep them off in silent mode. I'll give you a few seconds. Second, do not talk about sex, religion or politics during the meeting. And I am President Gage. I am Sergeant at Arms for the club. I welcome you all to the Medley Toastmasters meeting 792. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Let's begin the meeting. Now, I would like to call Toastmaster Pravda for conducting the business session. Yeah.
Thank you. I would like to announce the awards before entering into the business session. Best role player goes to the TT Master Toastmaster Priya. Best tag role player goes to Grammarian Toastmaster Chandra.
Thank you.
Best table topic speaker goes to Distinguished Toastmaster Sampath Saurabh.
This is one more turn. Lemon green shirt. Lemon green shirt, sir.
Best evaluator goes to Distinguished Toastmasters Sukanti Perez. Best speaker goes to Toastmaster Rajshekhar. Guests can go and join the team. This business session is only for the members.